imi chegharịa lele Biafra ka na-abịa asị mmisa na ndọsị imi chegharịa ndị na-esu maazị imi chegharịa ndị na-esu Biafra imi chegharịa lele Biafra ka na-abịa onye ga-esitu Nigeria n'ọkụ.
Biafra freedom or the zoo falls. Yoruba have Oduduwa, Hausa have Alewa, and Igbo must have freedom called Biafra.
The IPOB man, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is a president. I know he can listen to them to grant him presidential pardon.
Please, if you are visiting my YouTube channel for the first time, subscribe with us and turn on your notification button.
Hello Biafrans, welcome to Magnetic Dix TV. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone, location, and wherever you're watching us from. Today being the 11th day of August 2026, we, the team of Magnetic Dix TV, is bringing this news live and direct to you. Biafrans, the politicians are now calling for presidential pardon on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Do you agree with that? And again, you all know exactly what is happening in the country at the moment. This our sister is calling for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and she believes that she is a Biafran, that nobody can take that away from her, because the Igbos are Biafrans, while the Yoruba people identify themselves as Oduduwa and the Hausa identify themselves as Arewa. So why can't Igbos identify themselves as Biafrans? So listen to her and hear what she said in this video.
Biafra freedom or the zoo falls. Yoruba have Oduduwa, Hausa have Alewa, and Igbo must have freedom called Biafra. Fight for freedom in all that you do. Freedom will bring you wealth. Wealth without freedom is nonsense. So as one Igbo is freedom of Biafra or the zoo collapse. We can't continue to work for Nigeria and come back in shame. Freedom of Biafra or the zoo falls. As one Igbo, in all that you seek, seek for freedom of Biafra. As one Igbo, in all that you seek, seek for freedom. Freedom will get you every other thing that you seek. The reason you're walking like an elephant and eating like an ant is because you don't have freedom yet. Iwe dim nalo, nekuti iwe na-ewem. Obi adịla m mma, maka na as nwa Igbo, achọzi m Biafra. And that Biafra na nna achọ ya at all cost. If I perish, I perish. Azọta na wezo gute. Onye na-azọ ani azọ, na-eji aka na-abụ. Onye na-azọ ifi azọ, na-eji aka na-abụ. Freedom, Biafra or the zoo collapse. It is Biafra or Biafra. When I wem, nekuti when I wem. And if I'm not able to go belu, if I'm not able to go belu, I'm a bomadi when I was yani. I don't know what Biafra. I'm a freedom. Umada one, ye bito tabaga musu. Makana musu kebu. So no more than one way ataga musu. Kemana Biafra is important.
Brothers and sisters, our brother here is telling you guys that are comparing Simon Ekpa and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Just look at the things he said about Simon Ekpa and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, as they have their ways of fighting for this Biafra struggle. Yes, listen to him to hear what he said. Write in your comment section if you agree with him.
You understand? You see these two people here, this father and son that you are seeing here. If you see anybody that is telling you that two of them are not fighting the same cause, anybody that you will see and tell you that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa, that two of them are not fighting the same cause, run away from that person. I said what? Run away from that person. That person is not fighting for freedom. That person is not fighting for Biafra as long as this struggle is concerned. If you see those ones who will tell you that Simon Ekpa is a derima, Simon Ekpa is a terrorist, Simon Ekpa is a criminal, and we tell you that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a saint, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is innocent, you understand? Run away from those people. Those people are not fighting for Biafra. These are the people that have sold this struggle to politicians. I am telling you the fact. This is the bitter truth. Any of them that tell you that Mazi Simon Ekpa is fighting a different cause from what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is fighting. Run away. Just run away from that place. Like, if you are running, make sure that you are raising your 2 feet to the sky. Because those people is the worst enemy of your freedom. Is the worst enemy of this struggle. You understand? These people, they are not fighting for freedom. If anybody will tell you that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the Mazi Simon Ekpa, that both of them are not the same, they are fighting for a different cause, run away from them. Those people, make sure you distance yourself from those people. They are saying it out of hatred, out of jealousy, out of wickedness. That is the reason why you will see some people will tell you that Mazi Simon Ekpa is a derima. Mazi Simon Ekpa is a terrorist. Mazi Simon Ekpa is a criminal. They try to exonerate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from what Mazi Simon Ekpa is doing. Then what they don't know is bigger than them. You understand? Mazi Simon Ekpa, the voice that Mazi Simon Ekpa saw to join this struggle was the voice of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. In fact, the voice that every one of us heard, and they start talking about freedom, about Biafra, was Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because many of us saw that what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was doing, he was doing it with his genuine heart. He was sincere. That is the reason so many people, that is the reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was able to gather a lot of followers. Because everything he was doing was very sincere and honesty. You understand? So that Mazi Simon Ekpa was in this struggle today was because of the voice of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He saw Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a genuine somebody. And he knows what he wants. He knows what he was fighting for. He's a determined person. He's very focused on what he was doing. That is the reason why Mazi Simon Ekpa joined Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to fight this cause together. You understand? So after the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, people are telling us that what Mazi Simon Ekpa represents is different from what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu represents. And these are the people that you say they are fighting for freedom for you. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa, they are the same. But they are different human beings. You understand? The strategy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu may not be the same thing with Mazi Simon Ekpa. The strategy of Mazi Simon Ekpa will not be the same thing with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But that doesn't mean that two of them are not fighting the same cause. What two of them are fighting is the same cause, which is freedom, which is Biafra. But two of them, as an individual, they have a different template. You understand? They have a different strategy. That is very different. You understand? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu may be a soft person, the way he's fighting his own freedom. He may be a soft to Nigerian government. But Nigerian government even see him as a very tough person. You understand? So if we are claiming that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a saint, why then did the Nigerian government went all the way from Nigeria to Kenya and kidnap him, bundle him like a criminal and brought him to Nigeria? You understand? Why did they have to go and kidnap him if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a saint? Because I see some of you don't have wisdom. Some of you are senseless. You don't have sense anymore. The reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was given sentenced to life imprisonment is because of Mazi Simon Ekpa. Yes, if you don't know, you know this. If Nigerian government have not cooperated with the Finnish judge to jail Simon Ekpa, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not be in jail. In this way, Sokoto jail today you are seeing. They will not sentence him to life imprisonment. That is just the fact. But you can see that immediately the Finnish government, the Finnish court, illegally sentenced Mazi Simon Ekpa after they have collected the bribe from Nigerian government. They sentenced Mazi Simon Ekpa immediately. the Nigerian government said they are starting an accelerated trial for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. From that accelerated trial, boom, they sentenced Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to life imprisonment. But had it been that Mazi Simon Ekpa was still outside doing what he was doing, believe me, there is no way Nigerian government will sentence Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. No way. Because they know that there is someone there already fighting even more than what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was fighting before. They have already seen that someone is more brutal, is behind the scene. You understand? So those of you who are coming here to tell us that Simon Ekpa is a criminal, Simon Ekpa is this, Simon Ekpa is that, all of you put together. The politicians, Nigerian politicians, that is the only thing I can tell all of you. You understand? If you know what is good, if you know that you want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be released unconditionally, Mazi Simon Ekpa first have to gain his freedom. Mazi Simon Ekpa has to gain his freedom. Because the freedom of Mazi Simon Ekpa will automatically give Mazi Nnamdi Kanu his own freedom. If you don't know this, know it today. Because the sentencing of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was because of the custody of Finland court by sentencing Mazi Simon Ekpa. So the Nigerian government have used that justification to sentence Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Nigeria. They said if Finland, as a world country, can sentence Mazi Simon Ekpa, why are they waiting for? Two of them, they are fighting the same thing. So if Finland can sentence Mazi Simon Ekpa, they said this is our opportunity to sentence Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And that was the opportunity they got to sentence Mazi Nnamdi Kanu life imprisonment. And all of you are here talking rubbish because you don't know the game that they are playing. You don't know the game. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is Mazi Simon Ekpa. Mazi Simon Ekpa is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, father and son. There is no difference among these two people. No difference whatsoever. Two of them are fighting the same cause. But they have different patterns. You understand? That is the only difference. So anybody coming to tell you that Mazi Simon Ekpa is a criminal, that whatever Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, whatever Mazi Simon Ekpa was doing, that is not related to what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu represents. You are a buffoon. You understand? So whenever you see those ones telling you that Mazi Simon Ekpa is a criminal, that you should run away from him, please, I want you to distance yourself from those people, because these people don't represent anything freedom. They don't represent anything freedom. There is no atom of freedom in their hearts. I am telling you the whole truth. Believe me, these people don't have anything to offer. You understand? Mazi Simon Ekpa freedom. If Mazi Simon Ekpa regain his freedom today, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have already regained his freedom 18% in Nigeria. Believe me, this is just the truth. This is just the truth, the fact. But if Mazi Simon Ekpa continue to stay in prison in Finland, believe me, Nigerian government are not ready soon to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You get the point? The only thing that will release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is Mazi Simon Ekpa coming out. Once he come out from the prison, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu automatically have regained his freedom. He has regained his freedom. There is no doubt about it. You understand? So the earlier we understand this, the better for us. So we can stop all this nonsense that people are talking on social media. Because of Nigerian government, because when there was anything fighting, we genuinely fighting for the freedom. We are now propaganda on social media. You understand? We cannot take it from any of you. We can't take it from any of you. We should be very careful. If you are not fighting for this freedom genuinely, pack one side and allow those that we are born for this to fight this freedom. You understand? That is what I have to say.
Rosie here is also saying something concerning the Islamization of Nigeria and how Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has fought against it. But some people do not actually believe Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and right now things are happening. Just listen to Rosie to hear what he said.
It can't work. Now, this northern agenda to Islamize the nation, some of you are not seeing the red flags. Some of you are just very relaxed because you feel that Nnamdi Kanu is your problem. They lied to you that Simon is your problem. They are still lying to you that Dr. Ngozi Oreboweze is your problem. Before I lose my manners, let me appreciate the people that make me to be here, such as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Simon Ekpa, and Dr. Ngozi Oreboweze. And let me tell us one thing that we should understand and know today. Any day I come here, I mentioned, I want to appreciate Simon Ekpa and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and I did not put the third person. Now, be done on your way from that time. Just start looking at me with one eye. Because these people are Trinity. They work hand in hand. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu initiated this movement of freedom of Biafra. And when he saw, or rather see, that something was going to happen, because he told us, remember, I, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, will be fighting from the beginning. I'll fight from the battlefield. Don't worry, why you people can fight, but I'll be fighting from the battlefield. But again, listen carefully. Go and listen to Mazi Simon Ekpa.
Nonso Nkwa is also saying the same thing because of that Muslim leader that said something against Christians of Nigeria. Most especially, they are directing the Igbos. That's just it, because we are the majority of Christians in Nigeria. So, what he said, in actual sense, it makes sense for them to say that they should leave Nigeria. Of course, we actually want to leave Nigeria. So, government should just grant us Biafran so that they can do their Muslim stuff in their Nigeria. No be so. Na so nan. Just listen to Nonso Nkwa.
Otu onye nkuzi ụka Muslim asịla ndị niile na-ekwenyeghụ na Muslim ticket that they should leave Nigeria, and that they are na-ekene Tinubu for making it clear and clearer that Nigeria is a Muslim country. Amami na gote by neje. Agwara m unu na ndị a nwere agenda. You see, the only place that agenda will work is na southwest and the north. You know, Muslim. The only place where I work is this Muslim region under, southwest and north. That is where it will work. They cannot zuzuri here Muslim ticket, zuzuri here Muslim, whatever. They cannot. I got try an alibo. They can try 1967 to 1970. How would they ever? And you have for say now. You have for say kekeda. You know what? Hasus we here Muslim ticket now. Now north and the southwest. Tonto Dike is now a prophetess of God. Ma'am God okay, but he's not a prophetess. So if you want to go to the church, you can, child dress in the church. Ga kagena Tonto Dike. Oborega mama. Koburega mama keri mashari yotolo toto dike. Now what
You can never see me use my social media platform to promote one Nigeria. The name Nigeria is darkness. So I can never be included in a country that has been covered with darkness. What is the meaning of Nigeria? You that is claiming to be a Nigerian. What is the meaning of Nigeria? What have you benefited in this construction called Nigeria? Since your parents gave birth to you, what is that thing that you have benefited in this country called Nigeria? That is making you to fight to keep Nigeria at one. That is making you to pray for the betterment of this country. What have you benefited as a Nigeria? It is a simple question. There is no redemption in this country. I just wake up. This message coming to my mind. And I rise up and I say, let me make this video about this particular topic that I'm talking about. What have you benefited of you being in Nigeria? A country where there is no freedom of speech, a country where there is no justice, equity, and fairness.
Brothers and sisters, several accounts of people have come up again to talk about this Muslim leader that said about Muslim tickets that Christians should get out of Nigeria. Several people has come up to say things about that. Just listen to them in this video to hear what they said.
Guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. 10th August 2026. I just dey laugh since like the last 72 hours about the statement where this Sheikh Jingir make for Kano State. All of now don't see the video. You don't read the news. That Sheikh will say Muslims need to back up the Muslim ticket to continue. He says so that they will send a strong message out to the Christians in Nigeria. So the Christians in Nigeria go know say Nigeria is an Islamic state, it's an Islamic country. So that Christians no go to feel say them plenty past them with them be Muslims or them they powerful than them. So I don't see many reactions. Femi Fanika they don't react. Prophet Isa Buba don't react. But now the thing across social media platforms, as they see Christians, they provoke, they para. This problem started in 1999. In the 1999 Constitution as amended, go and read your Constitution before you begin the verse on it. The Sheikh no they lie. You know lie. Nigeria is an Islamic country. You don't know? Okay, let us get to it. I'm reading your Constitution here. All right? In your Constitution, Islam is mentioned 28 times. Sharia is mentioned 73 times. Muslims is mentioned 10 times. Then the Grand Qadir is mentioned 54 times. Now let us look at it. What is the go and look at the breakdown of the word grand. What does it stand for? Indicates greatness or superiority. When you say grand, you can say the grand boss. In French they'll say grand patron, the biggest boss. Do you understand? It means greatness or superiority. And what is the definition of the word Qadir? It simply means decree. So it means the superior decree or the greatest decree. And that word is mentioned, the Grand Qadir is mentioned 54 times in your Constitution. Now let us look at the same Constitution. How many times was Christianity mentioned? 0. How many times? And by the way, the Grand Qadir is one of the 99 names of the Muslim Allah. One of the 99 names of their God, the Allah. The Grand Qadir is one of his names. So it means how do I put it? It means somehow, like they chip in Allah, but they disguised it. But there's no need disguising anything because Islam is mentioned 28 times, Sharia 73 times, Muslim 10 times, Grand Qadir 54 times. In other words, it means Allah is mentioned 54 times. They just sugarcoat it with one of his names. Because they know if they spell it Allah, you will get angry. Alright? So they sugarcoat it in order to hide it away from you. It is deception. But it is one of the 99 names of the Muslim Allah. Now let us, Christianity no mention, Christ not mentioned, church no mention, Christian no mention, 0. This was the Constitution that brought Obasanjo to office in 1999. Now fast forward to Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. Jonathan tried to relook at the Constitution and say this Constitution is causing problem. Let us readdress and sit down. Look at that was where Jonathan's problem started from. And who were the people that were used to start antagonizing and persecuting Jonathan? Your Christian religious teachers, your Christian leaders, Pastor Adeboye, Tunde Bakari, Father Ejike Mbaka. These were the men, at least these were the ones I know very well, that were at the forefront of Jonathan's persecution as Christian leaders. So why are you complaining? All this because of money. So why are you crying? Why are you complaining? Why are you complaining? Do you know why some of us are not bothered? The Bible says something in the book of Joel chapter 2 verse 28. He said, in the last day I will pour out my spirit. He said, your daughters will prophesy, your old men will dream dreams, your young men will see vision. Not the vision of I see vision that tomorrow you buy a car. No, the vision means that our spiritual minds will be awakened. We will know the truth. Me, I know the truth. I know the truth. My mind is awakened. So let me tell you something. Some of this your big pastors. These ones that those ones that criticize Jonathan and are now defending Tinubu. Don't be surprised that they may have converted to Islam. They may be Muslim on the low key, but they are just Christian leaders just to continue taking your money. You better wake up. Wake up. Stop criticizing that sheikh. He is right. By constitution, Nigeria is an Islamic state. That was why Muhammadu Buhari went to Saudi Arabia and registered Nigeria among the Islamic states. Because the constitution gives him the backup. Stop making noise. It's just that the Muslims should not put this thing on their head and think, no, and I'm not going to erase also. It will be an impossible task. Highly impossible task. Thank God we still have some men of God like Apostle Johnson Suleiman, Prophetessa El Buba, Bishop David Oyedepo that are still speaking up. Not all these other sellouts with big names, big auditoriums. But they have denied Jesus Christ. They publicly declared they know God. But by their words, they have denied him. No worry. All of us here together. My name is K Baba. Peace and love.
Yes, in one of my videos, I said that Nigeria has never been founded on the foundation to make progress. The people that amalgamated me and you, the North, the South, protectorate, they never considered how we will be living in peace when they did that. What they considered was their business. And up to the date, we are still serving that purpose of their business. They don't care how we live together. They will even engineer hatred, war against me and you in one country. I'm from the North. You are from the South. The other is from the West. If I do anything, my people will come round to protect me. It's our own. People from the North, if they do anything wrong, people from the North will come. It's our own. The same goes to the South or the West. Or somebody from the West might be protecting somebody from the North. Why? They are from the same religion. Like what is happening today, religious war. Even war in the brain. I am a better religion. My own is better than you. The best thing I could do is just to convert you by force. For whose gain? How many hours, how many years do you have to live in this earth? But you fight all through your life. For what reason? We continue to destroy ourselves, yet we serve one country. I will continue to advocate for anything that will bring down this tribal issue and religious issue down. That's what I'm advocating for. We don't need to place religion, place tribe against the existence of this country. As we continue to do it, Nigeria will continue to crawl on her knees until we come together to tell the black it is black. When a northerner is not doing well, the whole Nigeria will tell the northerners, you are not doing well. When the southerners is not doing well, other parts of Nigeria will come together and say, you are not doing well. When a Muslim is not doing well, we come together and tell the Muslim, you are not doing well. For our own peaceful coexistence. Tell me, who is enjoying war? Who is enjoying fracas? When we have all it takes to be one country. The resources God blessed us with, they are rich and big enough to accommodate me and you all through our lifetime and our children. But we fight across these lines. Let us call a spade a spade.
Mu nuna wa duniya ƙarya kafirai suke da suka ce sun fi mu yawa a Najeriya, ƙarya suke yi. Ba dan Allah taimake mu na ce Muslim ba mai rawan jini sai ya ce sun fi mu yawa.
Top of the day, ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the most provocative video I came across in a very long while. First and foremost, Sheikh Jingir of Jos referred to Nigerian Christians as kafirai, which is infidel. A very, very provocative word to use in a country that we are trying to manage peace. We are trying to preach religious cohesion among ourselves. In the largest ethno-religious country in Africa, where the number of Christians and Muslims are nearly even, but you are there challenging them. Our Christian brothers that we have cohabited with. We have siblings that are Christians. We have cousins that are Christians. We have aunties that are Christians. Uncles that are Christians. Very good friends that are Christians. And then you are going to use such a derogatory name to call them, to even taunt them, that is why they came third in the last election, which means that is Peter Obi. Peter Obi was third in the last election. The APC, the Tinubu administration, should call Sheikh Jingil to order. He is trying to divide us in this country. He's trying to divide us in this country. We are not going to accept it. We cannot celebrate such inflammatory statements coming from a religious cleric. I just made a video recently talking about religious clerics that are supposed to be an example, that are supposed to be an embodiment of religion. But they've turned themselves into petty politicians. We cannot accept this. This is 11 p.m. in the night. I have to pick up my light, come into the car, and record this video because of how I'm feeling. I can't even sleep knowing fully well that video is existing. What is this going to cause? Division. What is this going to cause? Chaos. What is this going to cause? Crisis. To publicly taunt Nigerian Christians, saying that kafirai wai kaza kaza sun fi mu sun dama sun dauka sun fi mu yawa. Christians are not kafirais. How dare you use such derogatory name on Nigerian Christians? We are not going to accept this. Something should be done immediately by the Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration about this video before the country is going to turn into something else. These are the type of statements that can push people to go and attack other religions for absolutely no reason. We cannot continue like this. Those statements need to be withdrawn. An apology needs to be made to Nigerian Christians for calling them such names. It is unacceptable. Politics is not madness. If Sheikh Jingir wants to be a politician, print a poster for Plateau State Governor. Then we understand that you are into politics. This is unacceptable. This is terribly unacceptable. Something should be done about this. And I'm apologizing to our Christian brothers and sisters. I am apologizing to them that man, indeed, I'm not sure he knows what he's doing. Peace and blessings.
Ugo 247 is sending this message to Chikedozium team that why are they asking for task? I thought they have been dissolved. Now why are they asking people for Biafran task? I don't just know, but listen to Ugo 247 to hear what he said in this video.
I greet everybody. You see the controversy going on in the social media about tax. Some say it's PM tax, some say it's Biafran tax. You see, I want to ask a question. The first point I want to make is, if you are genuine, why are you raising the tax, calling people in the public to donate secretly to account that they do not know the owner? Why don't you stand out and ask people to donate in the website? Why are you calling people to donate in a private secret account instead of the public website that we all know? Now, secondly and above all, the controversy of bringing a man, Simon called the father, well respected, you brought him into social media. For what reason? Just to legalize your lies, to legalize your dubious act and dubious lifestyle. I want to ask all of you that are publicly now calling for PM tax or Biafran tax, where are you paying into? What? Listen, this is something that has been going on for long that many people do not know, because there is no need, or there has been no need, or there was no need ever to involve people that should not know about this tax. Now, because of your experimalistic mind, because of your OC mind, monetary mindset, mercantilizing mindset, you come out to start telling people that people should start paying for Biafran task. This money was so much before, and the people that paid it till it come down are not talking. It was not publicized, it was not public, and by the grace of Chukwu Kikabiama, the same people that continued are going to pay, and they finish it. Why are you trying to steal from people? Why? It's so painful and so sad the way you people are just turning everything into your pocket. Shame. It's a shame. Ndono.
Our brother here is Dalen Udene, Ikengurago, and the rest of them to call out the location that they should come out and face Biafran Liberation Army face to face, that they should stop hiding in Abuja or in other place that is not Igbo land. Thank you, Biafrans. Thank you, everyone watching this video. Remember to subscribe with us, Magnetic Dicks TV, before we remain the best. Let us interact in our comment section. We all love you. Bye. Share this video. Share this video.
Social media na agbono cha ijele ikengurua iru agu ko uru agu unadi kugodi ihe anwu bere unadi tiem location yini na aburi ihe police na army na-eme yini na aburi ihe Nigerian government na-eme onwu ihe ọ ga-abụ ome ụta anụ anyị anọkọta ọnụ asụ ụmụnne is afraid of anyị. Are you afraid of us? I bet na social media na say you kill you iberi ishi ime nke anụ Bia face to face na bia face to face in atu munne ge egwu o munne gi ke na atu egwu we say na atu aye egwu na on di adelo no in atu aye egwu maka gini tie location isa ni no nubola afọ ai pata ya fugi nubola afọ isu na ni no na ino ne bidu ta na ai pata ya fugi so gwa with onye ahụ Ota amount of camera afwa yes na ni beku eme rapo police rapo army rapo DSS rapo nda come to us, come and talk to us. Are you not our brother? You are our brother now. At least I don't know. I research we like you. We want to see you face to face. Na social media. I forgive face to face. Rap on the police. Come only you. Biko. I go come na no sago go. Eguro mia. Mano ka I forgo to give first. I forget. Onya bia na yogi. Biko. Make yourself available to us. We are your brothers. We can still associate with you. And make yourself available. Rap police. Rap army. Oje kpọlụ nwanne ya police abodogwu come face to face nna biko ka nna ayo